A church worker like me told the guy that the only option is they are going to cut off his leg. They had to bring this chainsaw. Issues like that was not handled without TB Joshua's awareness. He's the one that gave that instruction.
I greet all of my country people. How na dey now? I welcome you to this segment of Wetin Dey Xup, where we bring to you from the kitchen of Sim.Ch Asere FM. I remain your one and only personal information chef, 042 Solex, onye akụkọ ụwa. Since 2 days ago, Wetin Dey Xup online, Wetin Dey hit everywhere na about BBC Africa and the late Prophet TB Joshua. Since 2 days ago, BBC Africa don dey dish out many episodes of documentary where they do, where they gather so many people, where they give testimony, or so many people where they give na testimony. I go stay call and share. Say them get personal encounter with TB Joshua. Say when TB Joshua been there alive, say see as he take the operator, see as he take the operator. Say everything where would they watch for television that year when the man still there alive. Say all of them na scam. Say all of them. Say even the people where they manifest like that, the people where in they do all those things, they perform all those miracles upon. Say even those people, they no understand what in them they do at that particular moment. Many videos don't full online. Many videos don't yakpa online where they talk about the same thing where BBC Africa publish. But this particular video where I carry come now just one thing now make me carry the video come. Wetin make me carry the video come? Now where them talk about that house where collapse for inside the synagogue church of all nation. Una remember that year when house been collapsed for inside synagogue. Some people say people die for the house. Some people say people no die, but say some people injure. Many people where they work for inside synagogue church of all nation that year, that particular moment where that one sup. So many of them there for this particular video where I won't play for you right now, as them talk their experience, waiting then see as that building collapse. Una no say no be me talk am, and the thing feel not too sweet for my mouth. So it go better me you carry down your chair, come close, JJ, sit down. We will chook eye for the video. Hear from the horse's mouth. People where they the time where the thing sup, where the house collapsed for inside synagogue church of all nation. Kambia kwano.
Now some news coming out of Nigeria in the last hour.
One of the worst disasters on the African continent in recent memory.
116 people, including 85 South Africans, were killed.
On television, they were showing us that the building had been bombed. And they were showing us this aircraft. We would give family cash. Basically, we were silencing them.
The families were lied to. The aeroplane story is just pure lie.
The building collapse is a good example of everyday life under TB Joshua. It's just a series of cover-ups.
Would you like to visit the Synagogue Church of All Nations, Lagos, Nigeria?
These foreign visitors would come from all across the world.
He would send people and say, go and see what they charge at a 5-star hotel in America. Like, I'm worth that. Like, they can't come here and expect God to give them something for nothing.
The guest house was a huge business industry.
People were also desperate for healing. They would pay this ridiculous amount.
That day I was working in the office. He sent me to go and call someone. I kind of went into the church auditorium and I just felt like this dust in the air.
I was close to his office. One of the disciples, he ran inside and he started saying, the building came down. The building came down.
I remember running towards there and it's just complete chaos. No one really understands what's actually happened.
That was where 99% of the guests he had then were lodged. TB Joshua blocked the site immediately. He was trying to hide how brutal it was. Even the emergency units, they never allowed them to come in at first. So because of that, there were critical cases where people were trapped. I even witnessed one of the guests that came. He was trapped in the rubble there. He was holding his leg. A church worker like me told the guy that the only option is they are going to cut off his leg. They had to bring this chainsaw. Issues like that was not handled without TB Joshua's awareness. He's the one that gave that instruction. The next thing I will hear is, Emmanuel, go and take your camera. TB Joshua wanted me to film. He prioritized filming over rescuing people. Then they put in this halogen light. When I entered that hole, my God, you could hear people and their voices are fainting.
Initially, the press weren't allowed to go in, but after a while tried to get things organized.
The church was pulling out people, showing to the external media team that they are saving people. Then they hid the dead bodies. So when it was 8:30 to 9 p.m., they asked everybody to leave. That was when the real work was done. All the hands, the legs, the heads, scattered bodies. Oh my God. I can't count the bodies that was brought out.
We got into a bus and there was like this smell. Someone told me that this bus is full of dead bodies and we're transporting them at night so that the press can't see during the day.
The whole system was just to protect the image of the church and TB Joshua. He watched those tapes and I can tell you, I never saw an atom of compassion. He could see a man die and never feel it.
Emmanuel TV, God with us.
It was Sunday afternoon. TB Joshua came, it was a life service.
I received a phone call that there was a jet here at the church, hovering around the building, passing over the building 4 times at a very low rate before the building collapsed. So we are going to show you the video.
A strange aircraft flies over the building at the Synagogue Church of All Nations. 9 minutes later, the strange aircraft returns. This is the moment of the incident.
On television, they were showing us that the building had been bombed. And they were showing us this aircraft.
Don't be scared. You are not the target, I'm the target. I know my hour has not yet come.
My daughter died in the place where I thought it's safe. Because the Bible said, bring your child in the way of the Lord. I made sure that they were always in church. I didn't know that I was taking them to church to be killed. That's what I was not expecting.
A delegation from this Nigerian church, they came, they pronounced my sister as passed on. I didn't have a chance to say goodbye to her.
The instruction was I needed to assist in going around to these families within South Africa whose children, husbands, or wives had died at the building to go and give money, bags of money. We would tell them they mustn't speak to media, they mustn't give reports or anything. Basically, we were silencing them.
When they came, we asked, why are you giving us money? We were told it's a gift. I said, no, this is not a gift. You are trying to buy our silence.
When we refused taking the money, he started threatening us.
I'm Prophet Joshua. I know you, I know whom you are.
It says, if you focus on what you have lost, you might lose everything. Now he's threatening me that my whole family will go down, the same way my daughter went down.
You start asking questions. What are you hiding? what really happening.
I can tell you the honest truth. On the 12th of September, somebody working in the maintenance department went to that guest house. As he was there, he realized that that building was unstable. It was shaky. They told us then that, don't say what you know. He knew that there was something wrong with the building, but they were managing it.
There was no plane that dropped bombs. It was structural failure.
Families suffered a huge injustice because it came out later that actually floors were added without permission, so it was obviously a structural error.
It's difficult for me to put my hands on the number of people that lost their lives. He has a lot of blood in his hands. The death of people doesn't mean anything to him.
The coroner found that TB Joshua must be criminally liable for whatever happened there. He kept on skipping court. The whole case was postponed over and over again. It's like he's been protected by who, I don't know.
He would give me money. Me personally, he said, drop it in this person's car. He bought the whole system.
He never even set his foot in court to come and answer for what happened. No one has been arrested. All we hear is lies and more lies.
My daughter was buried alive. The pain is too much. I'm still waiting for justice.
Shebi you don't see am as me to take see am. You wey dey watch me, e go make better sense if you chook mouth for the matter by dropping your opinion on the comment section down below. May we know what you carry for mind. And now here we go draw the curtain for this particular segment of Wetin Dey Xup. Don't forget, I remember your one and only personal information chef, 04 to Solex, onye akụkọ ụwa, operating the oven of sim.ch, Asere FM, Kemesiano.